Decide whether to solve the system using the substitution method or the elimination method. Do not solve the system, but do justify your answer. Alright, so if I look at this first system, I have what y equals negative 5/3 x minus 4 and negative 4x plus 3y equals 15. I would say substitution. Notice how we already have the y variable isolated. And so since we already have the y variable isolated in this first equation, it would be very straightforward to make a substitution. So I would say substitution is most efficient as the first equation already has one of the variables isolated. So here's another system. We have x minus 2y is equal to 8 and x plus y is equal to 2. Now, frankly, I would use either one on this one. It's because if I sort of look at the variables, I could easily isolate any of these three variables just by either adding 2y on the first equation or subtracting either the x or the y on the second equation. So substitution is reasonable. As there are several variables that are easily isolated. Now also though, if I focus on the y coefficients, it would be pretty easy to use the elimination if I just multiplied the second equation by, say, negative 2. That would give me an elimination. So elimination is also reasonable. As we could multiply the second equation by, not negative 2, by 2. Right? Because there's already a negative 2y in the first equation, so if I multiply it through by 2, that would give me a positive 2y in the second equation. So elimination is also reasonable, as we could multiply the second equation by 2 to provide an elimination on y. And here's another example. We have negative 4x plus 5y equals 15, and 8x minus 5y equals 5. This is an obvious case, in my opinion, an obvious case for elimination. Notice that the coefficients on y are already opposites, and so right away we can add the equations together, giving us an elimination on x. So I would say elimination is the most efficient method here. As the y variables already have opposite coefficients.